Battle cruisers coming in, but Goliath's there to intercept them. Goliath's fantastic against battle cruisers. So I'd say Flash is going to be able to hold his own in the middle. Still has his troops hanging inside of Lita's main. So Flash, Flash is a pretty insane player. As I talked about earlier and in the middle of the game, his late game control, I mean, he's just displayed that here today perfectly. I mean, some players like Leta, I mean, Leta's a fantastic player, but when things start falling apart, especially in late game, it's hard for a player like him to adjust. Now with Flash, you never have that problem. Flash is one of the best players at adapting in the entire game, especially at this matchup. Just look at this fantastic play from Flash, and he is going to be able to win this game now. There's no way that Leta is going to be able to clean up the troops inside of his main, so he's going to lose his remaining supply depots. He's almost supply capped, actually. Just a couple more depots, and he's going to lose everything. But Flash getting in with reinforcement dropships just to put the kibosh on this thing. He loses one to a battlecruiser. But now he has all of his troops positioning inside the main. This is going to be brutal. Absolutely brutal. But luckily for Leta, now he has a much more open position to attack Flash inside of his main. He doesn't have that starport in the way. He doesn't have as many units in the way. So he's finally getting rid of these troops from Flash, but not before taking a lot of heavy losses. So alright, Flash still holds the middle. He has the control of the middle. He's going to lose his troops, finally lose his troops inside of this main. Doing some pretty good mine sniping. He loses most of his tanks, but he still has one there, just to be annoying. And now both guys are kind of running out of mining. I mean, if Leta, if he holds Flash back a bit longer, he might be able to get back in this game because the mining is just so low for both players right now. But knowing Flash, he's going to attack Leta's mining soon, so he can get mining for himself. He already has his dropships ready to go, and he's pushing out with his ground army too, so I think he's going to try to attack the mining base from Leta, which I think he's just at one mining base. I think both players are at one mining base. So Flash has an awful lot of idle SCVs, but now he's going to go for some minerals. He's going to try to find a patch of minerals to mine from. Most likely going to kill Leta's mining first, and then go for the inside 9 o'clock if he can get rid of the troops there. Leta pushing down with a huge amount of troops of his own. Flash, luckily he sieged just in time to hold this back. He has so many siege tanks in the back, he should be able to hold this back. That was a pretty scary push from Leta, but it looks like Flash going to hold his own for the time being. But still, Leta, this is such a back and forth game because Leta, the longer he holds Flash, the better off he's going to be, because now Flash has no mining. God, this is a crazy game. So Leta has mining. Flash, I don't think, has any mining, unless he's thinking about doing some distance mining soon. But yeah, this has been a very, very back and forth game. Leta, even though he lost so many supply depots inside of his main, he was able to group up with tanks, and now Flash has all of his SCVs, an army of SCVs to take minerals. We want minerals, and we want them now. Here comes Flash attacking all the troops that are right next to this mineral patch, so he can do some distance mining there, I think, or float over one of his command centers. But he does take out all of Leta's troops with the help of some very pissed off SCVs who are making minimum wage. Actually, I figured that out a couple weeks ago. I'd made a joke about SCVs making minimum wage, but they actually do. They bring in 8 minerals every time. So they do make minimum wage. Poor SCVs. It's a tough life. SCVs are not recession proof. But now Leta has an awful lot of tanks, but he's got to be so careful with Flash's tanks in the middle. And he just lost his entire army right next to the minerals. Almost his entire army. Now he loses his entire army. And Flash capturing the area right next to that brand new mineral patch. So Flash can get over there and hold this, which it looks like he's going to be able to do. Has plenty of tanks out. If he holds that mining area, he's going to have the game. But Leta, I don't know. Maybe Leta could take that down. And with the right drop, Wow, this game is pretty insane. We're just about mined out on this map now. That one mineral patch over the inside 9 o'clock, those patches over there are the only minerals left on the map. Now Leta has completely mined himself out. He has no more mining. So Leta has been hoarding. He has about 4,000 minerals and 400 gas. Of course, gas at this stage is pretty precious. If you want to go for a higher tech, he's not going to be able to pump any more battle cruisers for a while. But now Flash protecting this inside 9 o'clock. So Leta, he's going to have to do one last-ditch drop. He's picking up all of his SCVs, it looks like. So maybe that'll help him out. Now he's got to use his own SCVs to take this inside 9 o'clock. Because Flash has the mining, Leta has no mining. So Leta, I see his minerals just kind of ticking down slowly. That means he is repairing something out in the field. Hard to tell what it is. But now Flash, now that he has mining, I think he's going to be able to get this game done. Of course, I've said that several times in this game and seen the other player come back from a huge disadvantage. But wow, both players have just played this game awesomely. But now Flash, look at the amount of vultures that he has. Going to be able to support it too. I'm surprised we don't see more vultures out for Leta. Maybe he's just saving up his minerals for more important units to use with gas, like tanks. But still, with the amount of minerals he has in the tank, we should be seeing a lot of vultures out for Leta, but just doesn't have them. So Leta trying to do some mind dragging actually into these tanks unsuccessfully, but he did distract Flash long enough to get his own tanks down the high ground on level field from Flash now, and now Flash is this game is ridiculous, but Leta not able to push all the way into the natural, which is what I think he wanted to do. Oh man. So this game is kind of hard to commentate now, not only because I'm losing my voice, but because there's one mining base. And Leta, he's of course running out of minerals, down to 2,000 now, only 2,000 minerals. And he still had one Goliath inside the main. So Hero Goliath, probably going to be able to pick off one more supply depot, which is ridiculous. Okay, Leta unsieging all of his tanks. I think he's going for something big now. Actually, he's backing off. Come on, Leta. You need to do a big attack. Things are not looking better for you with Flash mining the way he is. So, all right. Leta, what are you going to do? I think he's going for the attack now, putting his SCVs out front to take all the tank splash damage. Got to watch out for the minefield, though. Mines, epic mines! No! Leta runs into a huge minefield, loses most of his tanks. He still has a pretty sizable force of tanks, but nothing like he had earlier. And trying to get the vision, kill the tanks on the high ground, but everything's going wrong. Just rally pointing all of his troops into harm's way. I think that's it for Leta, just wiping the sweat from his brow. Pretty long epic TVT. But Flash looking confident that he'll be able to hold this base. This is the only mining base. So Leta, this is going to be it from him. This is a last-ditch effort. He's not even within scan range. He's kind of within scan range of that mineral line, but such a quick reaction from Flash. Pulling those SCVs off as quickly as possible and getting the tanks in. Might not quite be in range, though they're not completely in range, so Flash is going to have to reposition his tanks. But he does have the mining, and Leta does not have anything. He's going for another attack with SCVs, pulling all of his SCVs off I guess not off of mining. They were just playing poker over there at the 3 o'clock position. So now he's going to go straight in with his SCVs first for another attack. And this might be the final attack from Leta. If he can't get it done with this, of course, Flash is going to have this game because of his mining. All right, Leta. Here it goes. Flash, he blocked off. He's blocking things off with his tanks. Going to make it even tougher to get his surrounding. The SCVs taken off guard, but they are coming in first. SCVs going straight for the tanks. And a Flash unsieges there as soon as he takes down one of the tanks so he can save the rest of his own tanks. And Leta very smartly taking the high ground there, killing some more tanks from Flash. But Flash going to drop on top of this, and this is probably going to be it, just dropping inside the main. I don't think Leta has much of anything left. So this might be game for Leta. He still has some troops on the low ground actually cleaning this up, but he needs to transition those troops inside of his own main. So Leta is, well, he's not going to lose too much inside that main, even though Flash positioned himself in there. He's not going to lose too much. Leta needs to kill this mining as quickly as he can, sacrifice everything to get rid of that mining, because he does have 1,000 or so minerals, which he could use for vultures to get mine drags on Flash. So he cleans up Flash's troops next to this, and Flash is running out of tanks next to his only mining base. So Flash only has about 3 tanks at this position. So Leta, do the drop. Drop, Leta! Drop right on top of that with everything you've got and take it down. Of course, I don't think Leta has any Goliaths, but Flash now repositioning his tanks. He now brought in his reinforcements to help himself defend and using SCVs at the same time as he kind of meat shields at the front. But he knows how strapped for cash Leta is. There's the GG from Leta. Runs completely out of troops. Man, that was a close one, though, even until the very end. Nicely played from both. But no one beats the Terminator. I will store your frozen goods. Oh, sorry, that's Mr. Freeze again. But this has been Nuke. I'm going to go drink a gallon of water, and I will be back next week for the remainder of the round of 8. See you guys then.